It hits without warning. Your breath catches, your shoulders tighten, and a turbulent spike of anxiety floods your system. We often assume the brain records this internal emotional weather like a camera documenting an event already in progress. In this view, a rush of dread is an objective report on a real external threat. This passive observer model leaves us as hopeless victims of our own biology, forced to react to reflexes that feel entirely beyond our influence. In reality, the mind acts as an aggressive interpreter. It manufactures concrete meaning from raw, formless physical sensations, an act of cognitive alchemy. The stories we tell ourselves during emotional distress are synthesized creations. What we feel is an active internal construction, not an undeniable truth of the external world. Identifying the specific moments where instinct can be replaced by choice requires slowing time down to the exact millisecond an emotion strikes. The process begins with raw input, a spike in cortisol and a racing pulse. This biological noise triggers a frantic search of your historical archive for matching past experiences. Prioritizing survival, the brain assigns a negative value, hardening into an internal monologue. I am threatened. This means our immediate sense of present danger is actually a biased judgment dictated by the contents of our past folders. This threat narrative triggers scenario building. The brain traces multiple branching paths to see how the experience might end. This simulation collapses into a single conclusion. This will fail. The brain then drafts a blueprint for a physical exit with a command, I must flee. The overwhelming physical urge to run responds to this internal simulation rather than the actual reality of the environment. We are often merely obeying a phantom scenario our brain built while our conscious mind wasn't looking. Because the brain must search folders and build scenarios, a structural gap exists between the raw physical energy and the final command. This gap is the friction point, the specific moment where conscious choice can intercept instinct. Intervention requires identifying the raw physical symptoms, like a tight jaw or racing heart, and pausing before the brain attaches the threat label. By treating the turbulent energy as a signal to pause and interrogate the narrative, you stop the simulation before it drafts the blueprint to flee. Recognizing yourself as an active interpreter gives you the power to stop reacting to internal phantoms and start responding to the reality in front of you.